If affirmations work, and I do believe they work, then why are so many people doing them every single day and still ending up in the exact same place they started? Same patterns, same problems, same life. They are saying the right words. They are doing the practice. They are believing, or at least trying to believe, and yet something underneath is not moving. Today, I want to show you exactly why that happens. Not to take anything away from affirmations. They are a real tool and a powerful one. But a tool only works when you understand what it is actually for. And most people are using this one for the wrong job. This is why affirmations fall short. Let's start with the word itself. Because the word already tells you everything. Affirmation is a noun from the verb to affirm. And to affirm means to say what already is, to confirm what you have already witnessed. If I look out this window and I see a river flowing and I say, yes, there is a river flowing there. I'm affirming what I already see. I'm not creating the river. I'm not manifesting the river. I'm simply witnessing it and saying it out loud. That is what affirmation literally means, making something firm through statement. So think about what that means for a second. If you want to affirm $1 million in your bank account, but you have never witnessed $1 million in your bank account, then technically you are not affirming anything. You are hoping, you are wishing, you are attempting to convince yourself of something you have not yet experienced as real. And the mind knows the difference. Your mind is not stupid. It has been watching your entire life. It has the receipts. It knows what is true and what is not yet true. And when you try to hammer something into it, that contradicts its own experience. Before you can affirm a truth, you first have to believe it. And before you can believe it, you have to be genuinely convinced it is possible. And that conviction does not come from repetition alone. Here is the simplest way I know to explain this. Imagine I have been doing my affirmations every morning. Standing in front of the mirror, looking myself in the eyes, saying, I am strong, I am strong, I am strong. And I feel it. I believe it. At least in that moment. Then one day, someone twice my size comes along and hits me, and I fall. And he looks at me and says, "No, you are not. I am strong." Now I get back up and I continue my affirmations. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. But deep inside me, there is now something new, an experience, a memory, and knowing that contradicts every word I am saying until I can actually beat that person or at least match them. The affirmation does not land because my own lived experience is louder than my words. This is not a failure of affirmations. This is just an honest description of what they can and cannot do. The affirmation is the declaration, but if there is contradicting evidence already living inside you, the declaration keeps hitting a wall. I love tools. I believe in tools. But here is something obvious that somehow gets forgotten. With a hammer, you can drive nails. You can build things. It is a great tool, but try to write a message with a hammer. Try to cook a meal with a hammer. Try to connect a television with a hammer. You cannot. not, not because the hammer is bad, because it was built for a specific purpose and everything outside that purpose requires a different tool. So affirmations are a hammer, and hammering the same affirmation for weeks, months, years without addressing what is underneath is like trying to paint a wall while the pipes behind it are leaking. You can paint as many coats as you want. The dam keeps coming back. So the question is not, do affirmations work? The question is, what are they working on? And what is the other work that also needs to happen? Now, here is where it gets interesting. And this is the part that stopped me when I first came across it. You have probably heard of the water experiment by Dr. Masaru Emoto, Japanese researcher. In the 1990s, he began doing something that the scientific world largely dismissed and yet could not fully ignore. He took water, just water, and he exposed it to different words, music, prayers, intentions. Then he froze it and photographed the crystals that formed. Water exposed to the words love and gratitude, the crystals that formed were symmetrical, intricate, almost breathtakingly beautiful, perfectly ordered like snowflakes from a dream. Water exposed to the words hate, fear, I will kill you. The crystals were broken, distorted. Some barely formed at all. No structure, no symmetry, just chaos. Classical music, played next to water, produced elegant formations. Heavy metal, which I'm not against, by the way. I like intensity. But heavy metal produced irregular, jagged shapes. Make of that what you will, but something happened, and it repeated. Now, here is the part that I want you to sit with. Your brain, that 3-pound universe inside your skull, is percent water. Your lungs are 83% water. Your blood is 92% water. You, this body you are living inside right now, are approximately 60% water. If words and intentions and emotional energy can visibly alter the crystalline structure of water, then what do you think the words you say to yourself every day are doing to you? Not just your mind, your body, your biology, your cells, your structure. You are mostly water. And water, it seems, is listening. This is why what you say to yourself matters at a level far deeper than motivation or mindset. And this is also why it is not enough to just say the right words. Because if underneath the affirmation there is fear, there is doubt, there is an old wound still open, there is a belief planted in you by someone else's voice from 20 years ago, then that is the energy moving through you. That is the water being shaped, not the affirmation you said this morning. Let me show you what real conviction looks like. Right now, in this moment, I am a man and I have a shirt on. Do you think I stood in front of the mirror this morning saying, I am a man. I am a man. I have a shirt. I have a shirt. No. No, I didn't. Because I do not need to. Because these things are so known to me, so completely established in my reality, that announcing them would feel absurd. The certainty is not in the words. The certainty is in the knowing underneath the words. You see? This is the state you are trying to reach with affirmations, not the words, the knowing. And when you genuinely arrive at that knowing, when you have done the inner work to get there, you actually stop needing to affirm things so aggressively because they are simply true. And truth does not require constant reinforcement. The goal of affirmations is to make themselves unnecessary. You know you are wealthy the same way you know you are wearing a shirt. It is not a belief you are trying to hold. It is just obvious. So, what does the rest of the work look like? One of the most important things you can do alongside affirmations is silence. Real silence. Not the silence between two songs on a playlist. Not silence while you scroll. Actual meditation. Sitting with no intention to produce anything. No hammering. No affirming. Just watching what is actually there. Because this is where you start to see what is running in the background. By seeing what is worthy of working on, by seeing what a hammer cannot touch, by letting the things you no longer need to carry release, by removing the programs that are running behind the curtain, the ones you never consciously chose, never agreed to, but absorbed from someone else's reality a long time ago. By revealing the lies that have been whispering under the surface so quietly, you mistook them for your own voice. These things cannot be hammered into submission. They need to be seen. And once they are seen clearly, really clearly, they often dissolve on their own. Because most limiting beliefs only survive in the dark. Bring them into the light, and they have nowhere left to stand. Inside meditation, there are also different approaches, like different tools, you could say. Silence with no thought, focus on a single thought, visualization. And there are many forms of that too, not just one. Knowing which tool to use for which job is itself a kind of intelligence, and it is learnable. This is one of the main reasons I wrote the intention game. Not to give you one tool and tell you it is enough, but to give you the whole manual. Every method, every approach, and more than that. The realization of why each thing works, so you can use it with precision instead of just hoping something sticks. But I want to start you somewhere before the book. If you are someone who has been trying to manifest what you want, maybe through affirmations or any other practice, and something is not quite moving, there is usually a reason. And that reason is almost never that you are not trying hard enough. It is almost always that something underneath is quietly hitting the brake while you consciously press the gas. This is exactly what the free 6-part belief kit is designed to address. It goes into the things underneath, the hidden contradictions, the beliefs you did not choose but are living by, the invisible programmers running your life from behind the scenes. Inside it, you will also find teachings on manifestation, on affirmations, on reprogramming, the right way, the complete way, not just hammer. I also put in a map, a roadmap that I created for you that leads toward what I call paradise on earth. Your version of it, built by you, for you. All of it is free before you even touch the book, because I'm not in the information business. I am in the transformation business. And transformation without groundwork is just inspiration that fades by Tuesday. The only thing it requires from you is that you actually do it. Not read it, do it. I can show you where to step. I can light the path, but I cannot walk it for you. And I would not even want to, because it has to be you. Only you can do this work. And when you have done it, when it is complete, the work works for you automatically, without force. That is what real transformation feels like. Not pushing harder, not believing louder, just no longer having anything in the way. The path is already there, paved, waiting. The only question is whether you are willing to take the first step. Go and get the free belief kit. The link is below somewhere. Do the work inside it. Get the immediate answers it gives you about your own life. And then, when you are ready, when you want to go deeper into every tool, every method, every secret of reality creation, that is when the intention game is waiting for you. There is nothing to lose. The only way to actually lose is to not take what is already here for you. Because then you will never even know what was waiting. Happy intention game. Let's play. Let's create. And let's do it with the full toolkit this time.